anytime you go to your home lake, your expectations are always high. A couple small fish to start the day, that's a slow start. We're right next to an awesome place to catch them. That dam right there got a lot of fish.
Oh, it's a bass. Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, dude.
That's a striper.
When the stripe make you drool just like pasta fazool, that's amore. That's amore.
My will divine there took everything to find it. Sweetwater, follow me. I've been through the fires. I crawled under the wires. Come on, Sweetwater. Whoa, been dry such a long time. Come on, Sweetwater, follow me.
All right, Joey, so you brought me your home lake, Logan Martin, and our plan was to go out there and catch some dockfish.
Yeah, you know, anytime you go to your home lake, your expectations are always high, and I have a lot of experience there, and things there's so many factors that play into getting those bites and getting out there in the morning. We didn't get out there quite early enough. And my first plan always in the fall is to try to get a topwater bite. A lot of the time that's going to be one shot to catch a big fish throughout the day is early morning on a topwater on that buzz bait with the hard legs frog, or throwing a topwater walking bait, and it just didn't happen, which that's fishing.
So in Logan Martin, do these shad move into the backs of the pockets and the creeks like any other lake in the fall?
They do, but there's so much bait in Logan Martin and in the whole Coosa River that you can pretty much find them anywhere. And there's actually something that happened about 2 months ago. There's a late summer shad spawn that happens in end of August and early September. Yeah, and you'll see them in the back of these pockets, just shad piled up. I know it happens at Gunnersville too. And you start seeing little teeny shad. Now this time of year, one thing I think that makes it so good, those shad that were born about 2 months ago are now perfect eating size. I mean, they're 1.5 to 2.5 inches long. They're just perfect for these bass to munch on.
Especially for spots.
Yeah, oh yeah, spots love those, man. Those are spot candy for sure.
I felt for you because I know that you really wanted to put us on a topwater fish early on, but we ended up catching a couple on a little crankbait, but that was,
a couple small fish to start the day. That's a slow start. If you're in a tournament, you'd be like, man, I blew that opportunity. But luckily, we were just out there having fun, and I got to show you around my lake that I've been living on for about 5 years. So it was really awesome to be able to make an adjustment and make a swing, not to a whole different pattern, but actually to a whole different species. It was perfect, man.
What's another really good area on this lake this time of year?
The whole lake is loaded with fish, obviously, but you can catch some fish in deep water, like I said earlier, and we're right next to an awesome place to catch them. That dam right there got a lot of fish to get around it. So we should be able to go drop something on them, throw a shaky head on them, or drop a spoon or something, and
oh, sweet,
catch a few. It'd be fun. Pulled up to the dam, and I knew we got lots of water flowing. I checked the dam generation schedule. It said that it was going to be running all day long, just a steady, consistent one-turbine flow out of the bottom end of Logan Martin into Lay Lake, and it was just like, all right, that's going to be primed to set some fish up, holding on that structure down there and eating shad.
There he is.
Yeah, buddy.
There he is.
Sonar.
This is not a big
bass.
one. Oh, it's a bass. Oh!
Oh, man.
That was fun, though.
Spot, yep. Dude, I swear, catching them on a spoon brings you back to childhood.
Dude, it's a blast. But you got to maintain constant pressure on them. That's what I did.
If you get any slack,
yeah, because it'll knock them off right away with that weight.
They got a 1 ounce piece of lead hanging on their face, connected to a treble hook.
And I'm using your right-handed reel, so I was a little bit sloppy on that one. There he is. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, dude.
That's a striper.
Keep gentle pressure.
All right. Come on, baby.
Big mama!
Big mama!
Oh, they're mean.
Oh, man, these are a blast.
So
that
mean.
looks like that's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need a loose thread. Oh, baby. Gosh. Stay buttoned up.
Don't turn on me. Don't turn on me.
They're so mean, dude. They might be the strongest fish that swims. And Logan Martin, we got bass, Obviously spots, largemouth stripe. That's a hybrid right there.
You can tell the hybrids from the striper because they're wider.
Yeah,
You know.
they're much wider, like a dinner plate shape almost. Mm-hmm. And they got those broken up stripes.
Ooh, come on, baby.
They're mean, dude. My biggest one I've caught right here is eight something. I caught like an 846 hybrid right here before, and it was.
And they are spiny, man.
Best thing you can do is grab the spoon.
There we go.
There you go.
Awesome, man.
All right, man. Nice stripe.
What a beautiful fish. I mean, you just look at that sucker. Look at those spines.
Yep, unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what we're afraid of, man. You get one of those, it hurts.
We're bass fishermen,
You get fish finger bad.
Yeah, dude, they will drill you.
But that fish is just built for speed and built for this open water and chasing bait, man.
Amazing predator.
Beautiful fish, strong. Uses that really wide body for strength in this current.
Yep. He's a bullet.
Hard fighting fish right there.
That's awesome. There he goes.
Let's go catch another one. Spoon.
Fun. All right, you get one more, then I'm catching the next one.
All right. We had one spoon, man.
One spoon.
I don't know who forgot the rest of the spoons in the truck.
Yeah,
but,
I've been trying to figure that out too. I just can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild, Buff, and Costa.
It was really, really awesome to be able to make an adjustment and make a swing, not to a whole different pattern, but actually to a whole different species. It was perfect, man. Pulled up to the dam, and I knew you got lots of water flowing. I checked the dam generation schedule. It said that it was gonna be running all day long, just a steady, consistent one turbine flow out of the bottom end of Logan Martin into Lay Lake, and it was just like, all right, that's gonna be primed to set some fish up, holding on that structure down there and eating shad. And we got there,
and it was like instant, pretty much. You know, once we got there, we had that one spoon. We had one spoon, man.
One spoon.
I don't know who forgot the rest of the spoons in the truck.
Yeah,
but,
I've been trying to figure that out too. I just can't figure it out. It's weird.
You.
Yeah.
So we had to trade out. You started catching a couple on the spoon, and really with the current ripping as hard as it was, that's really the only technique that you could really use to be efficient and effective.
Yeah,
we were in that ripping current with that structure being so vertical. You know.
Yeah, you're trying to hold the boat and worrying about the current sucking into the turbines, and looking on the Lowrance trying to find where the high spots are, where those fish are going to be grouped up and holding. And it was not easy, not easy to position it. But once we got on them and we found the little key pieces of structure, that spoon is just deadly. And the cool thing about a spoon is you'd think it would get hung up all the time, fishing structure, and it's so much weight, you could knock it off as long as you were gentle with it. When we'd hang up, 20 times and knock it loose.
We did.
And then catch big fish.
We lost one spoon, I think.
Yep, one spoon the whole time. And so we'd trade off, and that was fun. I would catch two, then you'd catch two. And those striper were just killing it, man. And
that's striper and the hybrids.
Yep, stripe and hybrid's a good mixture of them.
And then we caught a couple of, black bass, some spots,
Yeah, those spots will mix in. There was so much bait there. You look on the graph and it was just lit up with bait fish.
And you could see them against the wall there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just running all up against the wall. Little, small shad, exactly the same size. 1.5 2 inch long shad. Same size as our spoon happened to be.
It was a perfect match.
Notice I said singular spoon.
Yeah.
But sooner or later that gets kind of tiring watching the other guy catch fish and trading back and forth. So luckily I had the spoons in the truck.
Yeah.
All right, I can't take this anymore, man. We got to quit giving these fish a break and go get another spoon.
All right,
We're taking it easy on them right now.
Let's do it.
Let's go get another one.
Getting sick of you whining anyways. So we made the long run back to the truck, got the spoons, and then went straight back, which is kind of good because you let it rest for a little bit. And so they, as soon as you come back, they're ready to go. They haven't had any pressure for so long, and they've got really short memories when they're feeding that hard, with that current. So as soon as we came back, it was lights out. I mean, it was just every fish there was biting.
Yeah, that was so cool, man. And it was funny because all of a sudden I'd be holding the boat and not getting any bites, and you'd find that little sweet spot and you'd make the same cast. And it's so important what you were doing, letting that spoon wash with the current and finding that right angle. If I hit right there, your bait's not going to end up where it landed. It's going to end up about 10 or 15 feet, and you had it just perfectly dialed in, pitch it out there.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that feels like a decent one.
Oh, yeah. This is so fun, man. Woo!
Oh, Man.
Don't let them hurt you, dude.
Fighting in that current.
Yeah, in this current, they will absolutely wear you out. It's amazing.
Man, I love this rod for this technique.
That's awesome.
It's got a lot of give, so even when he comes at you, you don't get any slack.
Yep. Oh. Jeez.
All right, get in here.
Oh, man. Ooh, that's
Get
a
in
nice
here.
one, man.
Chunky.
That's a beautiful stripe. When the stripe make you drool just like pasta fazool, that's amore. That's amore. One thing I love about doing that vertical fishing for those stripe is video game fishing. Look at that fish, man. Yeah, big striper.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild, Buff, and Costa.
One thing I love about doing that vertical fishing for those stripe is video game fishing. When I'm watching it on the little ranch, you see actually that streak of the line going down, and that bait's falling, you see it going down, you see it sinking, and all of a sudden, it right into the arches, and you know it's about to happen. You drop it down, rip it up, bam,
Oh,
there's
nice.
fish on there. And that's something I've really gotten into this year especially, is learning how to use my Lowrance electronics to make them help me catch fish. I never used to do that. Never really used to even understand how to get them set right where they pick up that spoon, but it's really not that hard.
No.
You just got to look for it.
It can be a little bit of a difficult task if you've never done it before. You may not understand it, especially in the current. You know, if you've got current like that, you've got this cone-shaped signal going down, so you got to keep that bait in that cone.
It's not easy when
which
you're
isn't
flying
easy
around.
when you got the current, pulling so hard. You got to get the angle right. You got to pitch it in front and let it fall down that cone and keep it in that little zone.
It's so weird to be watching that bait and actually visibly, watching that thing, all of a sudden,
This
like
black
a video
line comes up.
Yep, it's game on.
Yeah.
There we go, fish.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, drilled it. We got the honey hole, dude.
They're all over the place.
Oh, hey, stop, man. That's not nice. Oh, jeez, dude, these are so strong.
Here, I'll grab the trolling motor real quick.
All right. I'll grab the
Nice.
striper. Control that spoon. He's got a weird broken up line.
Yeah, he's like a hybrid.
He's the hybrid of a hybrid. All right, thank you, fish. That side's not broken up. Look at that. That side's normal. Look at that little broken up right there. I don't know. That's a toss-up. I really don't know what.
He's a little bit wider too. It's a bad place
So
to be a
much fun.
shad, that's for sure. There he is. That's a
Awesome, dude. Fish on. Wearing them out.
Oh man, this
Is it
is
a bass?
fun. This is fun. No, I think it's another striper.
Look at that rod doubled over, man. That's awesome.
God, it fights
There we
so
go.
hard.
There we go.
There you go,
Look, this dude-
doubles!
Mine, this one might be a bass. Oh, he's pulling.
Is it a bass? No, it's a striper.
stripe. Yes. That is so much fun.
We can get these doubles in. Yeah!
Nice, man. Doubled up. Calm down. Give it a second. Come on, buddy. There
Is
we
yours
go.
a striper?
Yep, a little salt.
Mine's a hybrid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a pure stripe.
Here, we'll hold these up, both up,
Yeah, absolutely.
and see the difference. So, right off the bat, you can see how wide the hybrid is compared to the striper.
Yep.
And then, of course, you can see on the hybrid, you got these broken lines. They're not connected all the way.
And the beautiful, the
And
full stripe.
These are just perfect.
That's awesome,
And a lot
man.
more narrow.
Cool.
Cool fish.
Video game fishing. That is a cool way to fish, and something that I definitely recommend getting into anyone that's never done that for
Oh,
sure.
it's a blast. If you can sit on top of fish and catch them vertically, whether it's with a drop shot or with a spoon or any type of vertical presentation.
Yep.
It's a blast. I mean, it's so cool to see them react to it, and it's an easy way to see how they react to a bait in front of them.
It's really a lot like ocean fishing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like pulling up on a big school of fish out in the middle, on a rig in the middle of the ocean and dropping baits down and just pulling them up one after the other. There's not very many opportunities to do that in fresh water generally, but that's a way to catch them, especially in a school of stripe. That's something I love about striper is when you find them, there's a good chance there's 100 of them down there. There's not like 3 of them there. They're loaded.
Oh, it's a big school.
Or 1,000, who knows?
They're very school-oriented fish. Over the years, I've learned the hard way that choosing your fishing clothing is just as important as choosing your fishing equipment. Making sure that you're protected from head to toe with protective clothing is extremely important, especially in the sun. Making sure that you have SPF protection is extremely important, whether it's your pants, your shirt, and then also make sure that your face, neck, and hands are protected as well. This shirt right here is one of my favorite fishing shirts. It's made by Hook Clothing, and it's stretchy, soft, breathable. It's really, really comfortable, but most important, it has SPF protection. And they also make some great cold weather gear too. So check them out at Bass Pro Shops, and for more tips, videos, and exclusive web content, go to sweetwaterfishingtv.com.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Hook, Vicious, Get Vicious, and Power Pole.
Well, we've been having a blast catching these stripers and hybrids out here, but the sun's been out for a while. What do you think we should go check out the docks?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime you got bright, sunny conditions, those spots and those largemouth will get up under the docks, and I know some pretty hot stretches, so
okay, sweet.
Let's go try to get on them, man.
I want to see your
this has been fun.
Dock stretches.
I can't show you my secret dock stretch. Okay, I guess I will.
All right.
For that face, I guess I can. Let's go.
All right, let's take off.
We always know where we can come back and have some fun if we want to. That sun was high and beaten down, and it was time to go flip some docks. And fall technique, especially on Logan Martin or anywhere in the country, is those fish get in that shade on some of those mid-depth docks, and it's just perfect. So easy to pick those stretches that have that right depth on them. You know, 4 to 10 feet of water is really what I key in on in the fall. And kind of transition areas. They're not super deep, they're not your 20-foot docks, but they're not your 1-foot docks. And those mid-depth docks can be so good. But then shoot, we pull up on a dock and, and fish on. Oh! First cast!
First cast!
Gosh, not a giant, but under the dock, just like we were talking about,
nice little spot.
man.
Good job, Joey.
That is awesome.
Yeah, the sun
fish.
has been up for a while. They're positioned underneath the docks just perfect.
Look how beautiful the markings on that fish are. That is amazing. Awesome fish, man. Pretty. That was fun. Gosh, that's a pretty fish.
Beautiful
He
fish.
thumped it too.
I love spots, man. Coosa
Me
River
too.
spots are the best.
Unbelievable fighting fish. First cast under the dock. We said it. Sun's out, get to the docks, and bam. He was there. Awesome.
So, Joey, what type of knot do you use for your fluorocarbon?
Well, you know, a lot of people say don't use a Palomar knot on the fluorocarbon, and I know you don't use a Palomar knot. I've seen you retie plenty of times, but if you're using heavy fluorocarbon, you know, I still like to use a Palomar knot, and if you tie it right, you can definitely get away with it. So I just tie your normal Palomar knot, but I'm really careful to keep all the, you know, all the tag ends and everything really equal and even. And then I cinch it up onto my finger, and then I cinch it down onto my finger. And this is the key, is cinching it down on your finger until that knot flips. And when that knot flips on top of itself, before you tighten it all the way down to the eye of the hook, it comes down really, really nice and compact, and it never, you know, it never binds over itself where it'll cut itself off. So it's a good way to do it, you know. I learned that from a guy back in Washington, and been doing it ever since. I didn't realize that there was so much to tying that knot, but you know, if you don't do it just right, yeah, if you don't do it just right, you'll mess something up, and next thing you know, you break off a big fish, so.
For more freshwater fishing tips and techniques, go to sweetwaterfishingtv.com and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, dude.
That was a pig. Did you see that fish?
I know, man.
Dude, it flashed. That was like a 4.5 and 5 pounder.
I don't want to talk about it. That big one, man. That's kind of a sore subject, I know.
Yeah,
but.
that one, that was, that right there, because you had already caught a couple fish under some docks, and I was kind of struggling. You had your little Logan Martin secrets and the secret colors, and I had to switch up, and then I ended up getting too much dye on one of my tubes, and it was just a wreck. And so I was just like, as soon as I got everything kind of set, I'm like, I'm gonna catch a big one. And ended up pitching under that first dock in that new area and set the hook, and it was a monster, dude. It was like a 4.5, 5 pounder easy.
Yeah, and for Logan Martin, that's a really, really nice fish. I mean, you don't get many bites like that in a day, especially that time of year. You got to capitalize on every one of those. But that was, I mean, we saw that thing turn sideways,
and I was like, oh! After it like came loose, I was like, ah, that hurt.
That hurt.
Oh, it was such a bummer. But
that's fishing, man. You know, as tournament anglers, we're trying to catch a fish. That's priority number one, but sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and, you know, look around you when you're out there fishing. It was such a beautiful morning.
Oh, it was great, man. The sun coming through the trees, the fog was just lifting off the water.
Yeah, the herons eating all over the place, and that was one of the weird things. It was such a beautiful morning. Everything felt right to get a topwater bite. I think our only problem was getting on the water just a touch late, which we didn't miss it by much if we missed it, since, you know, we did miss it. But those heron eating on the bank like that, you just know those shatter up there shallow, and there should have been bass up there, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. So, you know, sitting on that dam catching those striper is an absolute blast, and we pretty much got our fix for getting our rods bent. You know, I mean, catching like 20 of those things or more.
My hands were tore up.
Yeah, it was time to switch things up. We had our fun down there. We knew, hey, if we want to go catch more, we can run back down there and do it. They're not going anywhere. When that current runs all day, you know where they're going to be.
Yeah,
they're not leaving.
Caught a bunch of fish, whether they were stripers or bass, it didn't matter.
It's always a good time. Anytime you're on the water with a friend, catching fish, like you said, whether they're bass or stripe or whatever.
Big or small.
Yep, it's always fun.